Alright, guess what, bro?
You booked another call.
Well, the deal just closed.
Oh, that is the coldest thing ever. This is not scripted, by the way. Not scripted.
Genuinely, I mean, I can show you it. I mean, it's
Do
gonna
it.
be inverted,
Do
but
it.
like
Do it.
this, you see it?
I can see it closed.
You immediately resolve that goal to land myself on a good offer, which you plugged me onto pretty quickly. And then obviously I landed the outreach with the car guy as well.
We got you like onboarded in 2 days. Obviously, the onboarding process was like a week or whatever. But like the proper getting you on that call, on that interview to say, hey, this is like you're gonna be working this. That was like in a day or two, right? That was
Yeah,
overnight.
it
It was
was.
crazy.
If you keep persistent, eventually you'll be able to see the growth that you've made, because when you get to that X point, that goal that you want to hit, you then be able to look back and see the journey you've literally be able to see all of the ins, ups and downs, and the bits where it was shit, right? And so when I DM'd Val, it was like, cool, I don't know what this guy's doing, but you were dropping a lot of useful gems to me based on my current situation. And from that, it built trust.
The real goal at the end of the day is to change lives through setting. You've seen it. I told you about it.
Like, what you're doing is a very crucial thing. Like,
A to
you are
B.
changing lives like you said you were doing. It's just you're at a different part of the process. Like, it's just different niche thing that you've got an expertise in. That's just how it is. You know what I mean?
So before you joined the program, how much were you making, and how much are you making now? The real shit. The shit people want to know.
So beforehand, I was like in space for like a month.
Welcome to this interview with Sebastian, Sebi
So,
Webby, as we know him. But
uh,
we're
all that.
basically we're gonna be talking about how Sebastian was able to make over $1,200 in 9 days with appointment setting. Here's how. But it's gonna be a very cool video. It probably won't be as long as other client interviews, at least Sebastian hopes. But we are gonna make this pretty short, concise, and get to the point. Yeah. You want to start off by introducing yourself, talk a bit about yourself, your background, everything. Go deep.
Yeah, so I'm 18. I just finished the UK school system, so I'm taking a gap year. And the reason for that is because I wanted to go into kind of the online money making space. And I tried some other ventures beforehand, like TikTok, like theme pages, um, and I kind of tried growth operating as well. And I might be going back into it, but I realized that I quickly needed skills. And so I was like, what skill should I choose? So I decided to start with sales. And so then I realized after like looking into it that the best way to start with that is appointment setting. And so, yeah, so then I came across Val, and we're kind of here right now, couple months later.
Do you remember how we came across each other?
How we came across each other? So you're asking?
Yeah, do you remember?
Did I DM you on Twitter?
I think
I
so.
think I
To
did.
get into the free
I,
group.
I,
Yeah.
yeah. You tweeted like, oh, you were like, you had like free like blog posts and stuff like that.
The ultimate
And then
funnel.
bro,
Yeah.
yeah, you caught me lacking, bro. Baited me hard into the pub, and then you just warmed me up with some free value,
Free
which
value
was
calls.
waiting to go in.
It was good though. It was good. I think
Mm.
most people they do the free value calls and then those free value calls are better than the actual program. Like I hope I didn't do that, but that shit's insane when you see it live.
Yeah.
It's
No, it's
crazy.
good. It's good.
Yeah. But yeah, you wanna is that everything you wanna say about yourself?
I mean, yeah, I don't know how in depth to go. That's really an idea. I've kind of been trying to make money online for about a year, I'd say. And even though I've taken this gap year, I've got now got the time to take things seriously. And so I want to get that fundamental skill going with sales. To then, I don't want to be in sales forever, but I know it's a good place to start, especially in the info space.
No, it definitely is, man. There's a lot of opportunity. I don't want to sound like a bot, but there is, right? Like
Mm.
there is so much opportunity in this space. You could do setting, you could do closing, you can do whatever the fuck, and you'll probably make money with it. Figure it out. Unless you're one of them dudes texting people to say, "Hey, do you want my landing page?" Fuck them guys, man. Them guys ain't making it out the project.
No.
They cancel a stay. But do you want to talk a bit about what offers you're working with right now? Like I know you're obviously on that car dealership one. Tell
Yeah,
me
so
more a bit about that.
that's the main I've been on. I think I've been on it for about a month, I'd say. And I landed it fully from cold outreach. One of the methods that Val put me onto um,
Shit.
was kind of feel around and ask out like growth operators because one of the key aspects of their business is having a sales team so they don't have to do it themselves. So that includes having a closer and a setter. And so by going down that route, it was kind of like the genius way as opposed to, in my opinion, just straight up cold DMing like coaches already that might not be working with a growth operator and just need a setter. I feel like because growth operators are explicitly looking for setters for their clients, it just made the most sense to outreach to them. So I started doing that, and then I met the guy that I'm with now, and bro, I've genuinely formed like a full-on like friendship with this guy. It's
Yeah,
actually
dude.
insane. He's flying to London next week, and I'm gonna like show him around and everything. It's actually insane how a cold Instagram DM has led to a genuine, I'd say, friendship being formed. Also a mentorship as well. He's uh, trying to. He's actually he not only like helps with some of my tech skills as well. He's also going to track that we also great operate as well. So
Yeah,
all
bro.
possible.
Yeah.
I just cold outreach is crazy.
It is, man. A lot of people don't realize that. Like, I talked about this the other day to someone, but mentors aren't paid, bro. Mentors aren't always paid. Now, it's a route you can go
Yes.
down, but even one of my best mentors ever, bro, I did not pay him that much money. But
Yeah.
because something I talked about earlier as well, becoming best friends with him, that shit went crazy. If you become very good friends with someone, they're going to be they very want to see you do well too. That's why when you join
Sure.
a program, you got to become very close. At least I like to believe we're close, right? But if you're someone who kind of like stays away from the dude who's meant to be teaching you, you're obviously not going to learn that much. You got to be on their ass, always speaking to them,
Exactly.
right? Like too many people go down that route of thinking they're being a burden. That's stupid. But
Yeah.
you know that WAP thing, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I'm going to New York, bro. There's an application.
Oh, for real? You already got that?
Yeah, yeah, and
Man.
it's crazy. But for everyone who doesn't know, there's like a payment provider called WAP. I think Seth probably knows more about it than I do. But it's better than Stripe because Stripe is shutting down info products like info businesses too. And they pretty much say if you make your first $500 within 7 days, process $500, they will fly you out to New York to WAP HQ. Which you go to New York, which is crazy, especially if you're based in
I,
Ireland, because that would cost me like
I,
2K, easy.
bro, I don't see the ROI on that. Like the flight ticket that itself
Marketing,
is more than 500.
marketing, I assume, bro, because they don't even get the
Yeah.
500, they get fees, right?
True, but like, I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know.
I've seen some dudes get flown down. But anyway, back on topic. So
Yeah.
right now you're working with a car dealership, right?
Yes.
What does that consist of?
So like, would you always explain the offer itself?
Yeah, sure, talk about it if you want. Now people
Yeah, sure.
don't give too much
So
where people are gonna go and find that car dealership and try to get you a job, but you can
no, 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 no.
talk a bit about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in essence, it's you call yourself like an online, I guess, creator in the car dealership space, and he partnered with the growth operator that recently opened up about a month ago, a high ticket coaching solution to get your one of your what you call like a dealer license, say in America. And yeah, so I was the setter on that offer. I was using the ManyChat to just handle all the leads, and also I've been dialing up some of the leads as well to just confirm they content. So a bit of dialing, a bit of setting, um, and yeah, it's been really good. We've had loads, like a massive like lead flow, um, and yeah, it's looking good.
Honestly, in regards to setting offers, it's probably one of the best ones you can get. Because you're learning
Mm,
DM setting, you're learning SDR, you're learning from a
mm,
great dude who's obviously crushing it. And they'd probably give you the opportunity to close if you chose. If you really wanted to and you studied it, and you obviously put yourself in that position, they would probably let you. That's one of the best offers because you can grow within the team, which is a good team, which are very rare in the space, if you notice that. Like, you've been
yeah,
on other offers, they're not that great.
no,
But when you find a team that's actually solid, it's very cool to know that you can grow within them. They're also pretty well connected, right? That team you're working with. They'd have
yeah,
some big dudes in the
good,
space.
yeah.
Sebi
Six
Webby.
small world, right?
Sebi Webby, next big dude in the space.
Yep. Next growth operator right here, bro.
So, before you joined the program, how much were you making? And how much are you making now? The real shit. The shit people want to know.
So beforehand, I was like in space for like a month, and I was just on like a mid offer, and then I kind of got moved off of that offer, and then I was just struggling to outreach, and I made $0 on that offer, and so yeah, I was really struggling to just like find an offer, and that like so I had no experience as well. My actual setting skills weren't that good, so uh, yeah, it was pretty bleak to say the least.
So obviously now where you are with 1.2 in 9 days
Yeah,
and coming
yeah,
and coming.
yeah. That's been pretty interesting. That has been.
It is, bro. It's a big jump. From doing nothing to something is a big jump. Has it
Mm.
like mentally hit you yet, or no?
No, I don't think it will because in my mind, I don't know. I feel like this is just so surface level, in my opinion.
Don't
Like
let,
I feel like
yeah.
there's so much more to go. Like I don't feel anything at the moment.
That's the best way to do it, bro. That's the best way to do it. Because the minute you get happy, and I was talking about this earlier, but once someone blows smoke up your ass and you become complacent, then you just obviously you let me rephrase that. People will blow smoke up your ass when you start doing good, and then you obviously become complacent. You have a YouTube too. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later. But I just saw you post a new video. I need to watch that, bro. Is it about setting?
No, it's more broad. It's
Okay.
just about like money in general.
Okay, I want to watch it. That's dope. But so, what were the problems you were facing in the past? Because there were reasons you weren't making money. Tell me more about that.
Okay, so in part, the offer that I was on before I like it was just a shit offer. It was cold outbound, and so as most people know in the space, like a cold outbound offer is not really the best because it's pretty much
Yeah.
down to like if you like you could make money off of it, but it requires a lot of like hours, like a
Yeah.
lot of hours to be putting out just spamming out outreach because you're less likely to get a lead or buy because they're cold. So yeah, I was basically struggling to find a good offer was what the problem was, and also my setting skills weren't good enough. So when I joined Val's program,
Oh shit! Here comes
what
the
did that
pitch.
change? So um, straight away, I mean, obviously, when I joined your program, the offer was like the program you'd sell was relatively new,
Very new.
but
Yeah,
you still had some stuff in place. Like Ivan came in pretty early and was showing off his like live setting do,
that
and that
was
was quite
crazy.
useful. And so yeah, that kind of I built up my skills with that. And then also you put me onto an offer that I was previously on that made me some money as well. And yeah, and then just, yeah, your outreach strategies when you looked after my outreach video. I remember you like critiquing it and going
Yeah,
over
yeah.
it. And I think that was actually one of the key factors of why I did well because of that. I think that my actual outreach message as well was good, which I then all I sent to you and you approved of. So
Yeah, the nice thing is, bro, you have creativity, and that's something 99.99999% of people in this space do not have. You do have creativity, and you took the framework I was giving you, and you took your own approach
appreciate
on it.
that.
Same way with the outreach strategy, right? Like I gave you a framework, and you kind of took your own tweak and your own approach on it, and you also helped develop the outreach strategy even further that people are using now, that Keitana was using now, which is another student who's also starting to land some interviews, right? So people are using it, and they're starting to do pretty good with it, which is very cool. Now, with that other offer, you only made like $300, so you didn't make that much. But
Yeah,
it was like one of your first sales. I think it was like right after your other sale, so it was pretty nice to get that in the bag too.
yeah. There's the first Stripe payment, so that's always cool to see because like in my mind, the striping is like the proper online money. You like to see that. It's like what everyone else has in online space. You want
Yeah,
to get cash from
yeah,
Stripe.
bro. But obviously, it was like $300, but it was still very cool to have in because most people can't mentally grasp they can make money online, and then when they do it,
Mm,
it's like holy shit,
very true.
right? It's very weird because it doesn't feel like real money. It's like crypto money or something.
Yeah, everyone thinks the whole space is a scam, like some
Yeah,
one
bro.
big like Ponzi scheme or some shit.
We're all in on it. It's just one massive scheme. Sebastian's on top. He's
Yeah.
orchestrating this interview. So I do want to ask you as well, because we talked about problems you were facing, which was like landing a good interview or landing a good offer and all that stuff. But also for people that don't know, you mentioned Ivan. Ivan's a student who's doing like two, three, I think he's like 3 or 4K a month with setting on a dating coach offer. So he's absolutely crushing it too. But there were obviously problems you faced, and we just talked about that. But what were goals you wanted to achieve with the program when you joined?
Well, the main goal is to get myself on an offer because I just been straight up struggling to land a offer and a good offer because I was quite picky with what it was. Before I came to you, I had come across some offers, but they were like dog. Like I could tell even before even like getting on board that they were not worth my time. And so by joining the group, you immediately resolve that goal to land myself on a good offer, which you plugged me onto pretty quickly. And then obviously I landed the outreach with the car guy as well. So
Yeah,
yeah, I'd say getting an offer was the first goal you sold.
I think we got you like onboarded in 2 days. Obviously, the onboarding process was like, a week or whatever, but like the proper getting you on that call, on that interview to say, hey, this is like, you're going to be working this. That was like in a day or two, right? That was
Yeah,
overnight.
it
It was
was.
crazy.
Yeah,
It was insane because you join and then same day, next day, or something like that. It was just fucking straight onto an interview. But that was also because you had a bit of setting experience. You knew what you were doing, which was that's probably one of the best positions you can put yourself in. And you already have experience because then I can just go on board you like that. But it was
yeah.
very cool. What did you actually do to try to reach your goals? Which is pretty interesting. And the next question is
So
actually really good after this. Oh, what did
you
you
got my
try?
offer.
Like everything, bro. What were you trying to do to land an offer, make some money? I mean, the main thing would be land an offer and make some money for sure, because that was the main things for you.
Yeah, I mean, I was constantly on Twitter, like retweeting all of these people that were like pretty. I think they were mostly engagement farming, putting out like, oh, looking for SDRs or appointment setters,
Yeah, bro.
OTE like 5K a month, bro. Like, I was outreaching, retweeting all of these accounts and like constantly DMing uh, on there and like surrounding any opportunity I saw on the story or on the school community, if something was getting posted or getting a DM, like just scraping like desperately to find something. Um, um, but yeah, I was kind of going for like a relentless approach, like just trying everything. Um, but ultimately, you can do volume, but if I feel like if you improve the process of what kind of leads you're reaching out to. So, for example, for me, the fact that I reached out to growth operators immediately to me was like a green flag because growth operators will most of the time, unless it's a new offer, they'll be working with someone that's making them money. And so if the growth operator is making money, then you're going to make money as well because you're booking in the calls that they then get commission off of for revenue from the creator. So that was kind of like the mind the way I approached the outreach.
That's a nice way to approach it for sure. Because you made it creative. You obviously had a video. You were doing outreach to growth operators. Would you have any advice for anyone? Because you were landing interviews back and forth in your first
Yeah.
week using the growth operator leverage list outreach strategy. But would you have any advice for anyone who's obviously trying to do the same thing you're doing there?
Okay, so number one, have a good profile.
That's
I
a big
think
thing for
that's
you,
something
bro.
I forgot to talk about because like I think my profile is pretty good.
Very.
I never posted that Hamza photo that you wanted me to.
No, this guy had a picture with
Basically,
Hamza, but he wouldn't
I like
post
met
it.
Hamza on a hike. And I never posted it. It was on my highlight reels,
That
and
would
I
have
have a
gotten you
few
like
photos on my
20% more
highlight reel.
replies, bro.
Huh?
That would have gotten you like 20% more replies.
I think my new IG post is getting me replies, but but no. But like I think having a clean profile picture, a clean bio, clearly stating who you are, what you're doing, and a couple of highlights. I obviously a post is much more ideal as well. And my case didn't have a post until recently before I had the roles, because I was scared to post. But no, like having a just a profile that makes you look like a human is the
Yeah.
most important thing because that's what I think was my main advantage is that people could see her as a genuine person. Also, because I have a YouTube channel that was in my bio as well. I mean, like literally, the first offer that I landed was they were talking to me about my YouTube channel because they were curious about it. So like that in itself, and like establishing yourself as a real person online by personal branding is a very very good way of ensuring that people will open that DM when it comes in their inbox. That's not just for saying, but that's for any kind of outreaching that you would do on Instagram for any online business.
So, someone who's relatively successful with YouTube, like you have 850 subscribers, that's pretty fucking good. For most people on YouTube, that's pretty good. You may
Yeah,
not think
I
so,
mean,
but that equates to a lot more on Instagram, right? And then
yeah.
obviously you've been able to leverage, or build, first of all, a network and leverage it for your own advantage through your personal branding. What advice would you give to someone trying to go down that route? If I said, hey, Sebi Webby, please, what do I do with my personal brand? How do I grow it? What would you say?
I mean, obviously, this is still really early days. I don't have a suit like I'm not an E-man Godsey that can just sell a course and then make a couple million and retire, right? I can't do that. But
Not yet.
Obviously, I'm still in the process of building that personal brand. But what I would say, if you haven't done any kind of personal branding at all, is you just need to start, like whatever it is, you need to start documenting what you're doing. That's the most important part, is documenting what you're doing. It doesn't matter if it's not cool, boring, you think people won't like it, they'll be like, I don't care about this guy. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, if you keep persistent, eventually you'll be able to see the growth that you've made, because when you get to that X point, that goal that you almost hit, you then be able to look back and see the journey you've been on. You'll be able to see all of the ins, ups and downs, and the bits where it was shit, right? And so yeah, I would just say start documenting what you're doing. Doesn't matter what platform it's on. Some platforms could be better than others. Like for example, YouTube allows you to document what you're doing from a video format, but you can also tweet what you're doing. You can also, um, well, I know what platforms you could do on, like what,
LinkedIn.
Instagram, like LinkedIn, bro. You can do it on anything, but
Yeah.
probably YouTube would probably be your best bet. Just like literally use your phone camera and just start talking about what you've been doing every day. It's really as simple as that to start out with.
Yeah,
And then you can obviously branch out into doing other things. But yeah, definitely that.
I think people neglect Twitter. They don't realize how powerful it is, for sure.
Mm.
There's a lot of money there. It's called Money Twitter for a reason, right?
Yes, yes. But
But
like Twitter Spaces, for example, almost landed me a role. I was on a roll with like someone big in the space, but I didn't remember what happened. But I don't think they just ever replied.
I think it
But
was lack of experience or some shit you said.
yeah, something like that. But yeah, that's what it was like of experience. Yeah. But because on Twitter Spaces, you can literally like have conversations with people that are like way richer than you, and way like, because a lot of people do them for like Q&As and stuff, or just dropping free value. Like you can, like the fact that you can kind of almost get in a room with these people, even though it's a virtual room per se, but the fact that you can have that access to that kind of pass, it just shows that you really can get into the door, get your foot in the door. You just got to try.
Yeah,
So
for sure. Now, you were pretty hesitant when you joined as well. You were on edge. You're like, how do I know this shit is real? What
well,
were
I
you
mean,
afraid of?
so obviously for me it was just like, because your offer was new, so there was no testimonials as
I
such.
had like 15
Uh,
followers on Twitter, bro. It was
yeah,
early days.
it was pretty like risky. Like if you think of it from like a logical perspective, it was a very risky thing to do. Like just to give this guy my money, some random guy off the internet's my money. Um,
Some random brown dude
but
to make
the
things
way that
worse.
I kind of go around, uh, at least my approach for investing into mentorship is based on the free value that they give out. If their free value is good, then I'm like, cool. I really wonder what their paid value is. And so when I DM'd Val, it was like, cool. I don't know what this guy's doing, but you were dropping a lot of useful gems to me based on my current situation. And from that, it built trust. And so obviously I was still like skeptical. Like, I remember asking you, like, bro, do you have any screenshots of like
Yeah.
you making money?
I was taking screenshots of a couple. I sent you one. I was gonna go take more, and you were like, "Okay, cool." I was like, "Oh, yeah, all right,
Yeah, and there's I was just like, yeah, like just like why not? Like,
run it up." Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's crazy. Crazy time to look back at. But it's not even been that long. Like think about 6 months down the line where we're gonna be, right? Gonna be crushing it.
Mm.
You're gonna be into some other business ventures too. So we'll talk about that soon. We want to edge them for a bit, but don't tell everything yet, right? But you obviously joined very early days too. What was your initial impression when you joined? Because it was obviously there was not that much material. It was just like a very small, tight knit group, and you were just like, "What is this?"
Well, that's kind of why I had confidence, because I knew that this was something we were starting to put everything into, and so then therefore I would have gotten priority. Like in the sense that, because like let's say I joined a mentorship, like other mentorship sites out there, like I don't know, I can't even think of any names, but you have ones that are
Don't sell them,
established that
bro.
have,
Don't sell
yeah,
them.
we're not promo, but like
How
the
much they paying
established
you?
ones that have, yeah, like I don't know, like 50, 100 people, and you won't get the same one-to-one um, experience, or like they'll have, or like the person that runs the whole like community or mentorship will employ other people to like run it for them. So like that was kind of what gave me a bit of reassurance, is knowing that I would be getting like priority, because there was not many other people there for you to mentor. And also as well, the fact that it was made clear to me that I would be put on an offer based on your network, relatively soon, that also was like, cool, okay, I trust that you've been in the space for a while, you know some people, and so and you did come through very quickly on that. So yeah,
Yeah, I think people don't realize I spoke about this earlier too, but well, I didn't speak about it on this call. But I've been here 4 years ago. Right? I was in this very similar space, as in like making money space online, and because of that, I still meet people to this day where we speak, and they're like, "Holy shit, I remember you." And some of these guys are doing 50, 60 grand a month, bro. So when I know people like that from 4 years ago, keep in mind they're gonna prioritize me, other other guys with setters. They're gonna be like, I fucking love this dude, right? I have dudes who I've helped make six figures. I have dudes who I've helped make 50K, for example. Like one of the guys in the community, he's made 50K working with me in the past, so he knows this shit works. And then he was obviously so eager to join because there's proof of concept, which unfortunately I made the massive mistake of not building a personal brand, so I wouldn't show it. But these guys have seen it, so these guys trust me straight away. Fortunately, you guys can't see that, but if I just grew my personal brand, you guys would have seen it all. Then again, learn from my mistakes, right? You're a big preacher of personal brands as well, so you agree, I assume, that I should have kept it.
I guess what, bro?
You booked another call.
Well, the deal just closed.
Oh, that is the coldest thing ever. This is not scripted, by the way. Not scripted.
Genuinely, I mean, I can show you it. I mean,
Do
it's
it.
gonna be inverted,
Do
but
it.
like
Do it.
this, you see it?
I can see it closed. Was that
Yeah.
another 300 something bucks?
Yeah, that should be. I don't know if it's a pit. I don't know yet because I absolutely. That's at least 150.
At
And I'm meant to
least.
be getting paid today, so that's gonna be a nice check.
Oh, at least 150, and then like another, what, 150, 200 off of that later on too, in a month.
There's two other closes, so that's gonna be 450.
That's crazy, bro.
But that was cold. That was cold.
That was so cold. Payment
Make that the
on
intro,
call.
bro. Make that the hook at the start of the video, bro.
How do I do this? He made money on the call. The guy who made what was it, 1.2K in 9 days or
Genuinely, that
something.
was actually not scripted. Like, mum, that's not scripted, bro.
That was very insane, bro.
Love that, bro. No, I'm getting paid to interview, like to talk to you, bro. I love
Shit,
this.
shit. To be honest, if you guys didn't want to do the interview, I would have been willing to pay you for it. But like,
Oh, didn't know that.
because I was speaking to some coach and he's doing like 30, 40 grand a month, and I think he was talking about like some people would just be dicks and not want to do it, but he was like, in that case, just pay them. But obviously, you guys, beautiful people, amazing people. Actually,
Of course, bro.
I did want to mention something. I find it funny how you mentioned like I was giving value at the beginning, but the other day I tweeted something and you were like, this really made me think. So I'm like still kind of giving you value even down the
Yes.
line, which I find
Yes.
really cool.
Yes. Yeah, and for example, I mean, I guess this is a small thing as well, but like Nero guy, Nero Roglic. I mean, I don't think I heard of him before, but I think I've seen one of his videos, just on talks about. I didn't know who he was, but literally, you told me about him. I mean, he's just a creator, but like, he's dropping gems as well. So like, just general, just I would say it's more just a genuine like friendship in the sense that like we're just like trying to help each other in this online space, bro. You know what I'm saying?
We need the emoticon to come up now, bro. I wish.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not the MacBook, so I don't think it's gonna come out. It's a good thought.
No, fuck, no bueno. No, I love that though. Like, I genuinely love the actual connection we have. Like, you and me, the other dudes. It's a real community, bro. It's not just like it's obviously pay to win, but it's also like you get actual people, and it doesn't feel like I'm just like fucking charging you guys to be in here, which I love because the real goal at the end of the day is to change lives through setting. You've seen it. I told you about it. I don't give a fuck about the money, bro. And I talked about this the other day to someone, but I could live off 2K a month. I could live off like I obviously live with my parents and stuff, but if I were to move out to a very cheap country, I could live off 2K. Sure,
Yeah.
but it's the concept of changing lives, and obviously when you want to change lives, you make money in the process. Andy Frisella is a big dude about that. Some guy who trying to make a lot of money. I don't know if you know his backstory. Trying to make money, supplement company, went to shit. He was like living on a mattress in the shop he was selling, like the supplements. And he was like, fuck it, if I'm not going to be wealthy, let me at least try to help people. Guess what happened? After years and years of failing, I think it was like 7, 8 years of business just going to shit, starts doing well because he wanted to give value. And when I was in the space 4 years ago, obviously my approach was like, let me make money. I was 14. I was like, let me make money. But then when I got back into this space, I was like, I just want to change lives, bro. Genuinely at the bottom of my fucking heart. Like, seeing you get that payment, that's crazy, bro. That is so crazy. Like,
Yeah,
Because you got excited, I got fucking excited. You can't fake that shit, man. You can't fake that feeling. And that's so
yeah.
fucking valuable because you know you're changing these dudes' lives, and multiple as well. It's not just one dude, right? Who else can say they've done that, bro? Who else can say they watched Sebi Webby
Very few.
close a
Very
call,
few.
get a sale live on an interview?
Love
So
that, bro.
you talked a bit about what you were doing to try to reach your goals, how you were hesitant, but when you joined the community, you were just like, it was like it was cool. It was kind of empty, obviously. There was some stuff up, but this is funny because how did you feel when you got that first payment? Obviously, you just got that payment there, which was definitely not orchestrated. I'm joking, but you
How did I
obviously,
feel?
yeah,
I mean, I think I already said this. Like,
you were
to me, it's just like
disassociated from it.
I already knew it was gonna be good. Like, I just had so much faith in the process, like in myself, and like, I knew I was gonna make money. And it's like this is nowhere near where I want to get to, and this is so surface level for me. And I don't mean anything in the right way. I'm still like
No, I agree.
it's taken me a year, technically speaking, to make my first actual real money online. So that is like more like a nice relief. But like I always knew that was gonna happen, if that makes sense.
Nero
So
would fuck with that,
it's
bro.
huh?
Nero would fuck with that. He talks a lot about, like if you're the dude making 30K a month, you're not going to be thinking like the dude making 10K a month. So you're at that stage where you're like, yeah, cool, I made some money, but I'll make more,
Yeah,
which is a very
yeah.
cool
Which
state of
is
mind
the
to be
thing.
in.
I think it's about technically it's a bad problem to have because then it's like when we get satisfied.
I don't
But
think
that's
so.
problem.
I don't think
That's a
so.
problem to think about later, bro.
I don't think you're doing it for money. Obviously, there is an
No.
incentive to get money, but like you're on track to do what, 4K this month or so, whatever it is, right? Three and a half,
Yeah.
4K, some shit like that. Maybe three if you do really, really bad.
Well now I'm at 1.5.
Yeah.
So
So you're obviously on track to do like three, 4K. But
yeah,
what was I gonna say? Realistically, you're not a person that makes 3 to 4K per month. Just speaking to you, you're not a person who makes 3 to 4K per month. And because of
for
that,
sure.
you don't believe it. You don't believe your person makes 3 to 4K per month, so you're gonna make more. Universal balance, bro. When you believe you're gonna make 10K a month, and you know you're gonna make 10K a month, because why do you brush your teeth? Because you know you need to. Why do you tell your shit? Because you know you need to. Why do you make 10K per
Law of
month? Because you know
attraction,
you need
bro.
to. It's not a choice. You do
Yeah,
it. So you're
yeah.
not a person who makes 3 to 4K per month, and because of that, you obviously you don't get way too excited about it, which is a very good space to be in.
Mm.
And you've already reached the point where you don't get excited by money anymore, so you know that that's not your driving factor. And when you know it's not your driving factor, there's more to it. Every one of you, I tell you, figure out your fucking why. Figure out your why. Figure out why you do this. And if that's strong enough and it's not based on money, you're going to perform very well because I can very well look at you, Sebi Webby, and say you're going to outperform majority of the people in this space, if not all of them, dude.
Hey, I appreciate that, but
Because
can we stop the study everything, bro?
because you're not a 3K to 4K per month person, right?
Nah,
Oh, yeah, I got you. No more Sebi Webby. Sebi Webby. That's funny because people like they'll watch this and they'll think like we're putting on an act, but we're not.
nah. I actually fucking hate it when he says that. Reminds me of people that saw when I was like younger, bro. He used to fucking say that
Did
shit.
they say that?
Bro's giving me trauma, bro.
That's funny as fuck. Change lives through trauma. But then I'll give you an upsell so I can heal you, bro. Think about
Yeah, new course, bro. New
it.
money coming
New
up.
course. Oh man. But I was gonna say too, there's some people obviously struggling to make money with setting.
Yeah.
And they were in your specific situation where they couldn't land jobs. This question doesn't totally apply to setting, but can you pinpoint anything that was specific that helped you, make that amazing $1,200 in 9 days? Or was there anything you would have done different if you went back? And you can't just say, "Oh, I would have joined this program," because you know. Well, just read the script, bro. Read the script I give you.
I'm thinking, bro. I mean, part of me wants to say luck, but the way that I see luck is that it's the result of the amount of work you're putting in, which increases your chance of being given an opportunity, right? So it's hard for me to say. I can't like. I feel like everyone's journey is different, right? And so I can't say this one thing that made me do it. I can't give you the sexy answer. I'd say. Like I feel like you just as long as you're kind of putting in the work and you're consistent, I think you'll figure out like no matter what you're doing. I mean, the way I'm speaking is if I've made like 50K a month. But like, that's genuinely what my answer is. Like, I just feel like there's no. Again, I mean, apart from everything I've already said about like the outreaching process, I just knew that it was going to come. I knew eventually I was going to somehow make money, at that 1.2K. It's just a matter of time. I didn't know that that's literally it.
How does someone obtain that state of mind? Because most people won't have it. Just gotta be a
It's
dog.
a, it's a difficult question. Well, I think you have to dial it back to why you're doing it all in the first place. Kind of like what you were saying, basically. Like,
That's why it's the first
if it's
module, bro.
sorry.
That's why it's the first module. Well, one of the first I give you guys.
Yeah, exactly. The hand. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, well, why are you doing this for? Because if you're short-sighted and you think like if you're, I hope people that are like trying to get into private setting here are not like brain dead thinking they're going to be in a private set till they're 17. Because like, come on now, bro.
The
Like,
retirement fund's gonna go crazy.
but like, I feel like you have to have a vision,
You do.
and so if you view this as just part of the process, I don't know. I feel like if you have a vision out and have a purpose that you want to achieve, then you'll kind of do what it takes to get there, and then therefore everything else will just fall into place to allow for that to happen.
No, I agree. What would you say is the biggest thing you got from this program? Or from me? Or whatever it is? You can't say this friendship.
The biggest thing,
Well, you can say a few for sure.
I'd say, genuinely like the actual interaction with someone else, like I said, like someone else that's yeah, just the intrinsic fact that you're someone that's further ahead than me, and so just like, it's a pretty basic thing, right? That's what you'd expect if you're investing into a program or a mentorship. You're trying to learn from someone that's better than you. But genuinely having a real uh, conversation, like not a conversation that's like brief or just trying to like get rid of their calendar for the day. Like, if someone's genuinely trying to see you do well, I really appreciate that. I think someone that's genuinely trying to help you. I think that's one of the big things from this. So yeah, just like kind of genuine interaction, and then yeah, I'd say the other guys as well. To be honest, all the other guys are G's in here as well. Like Angelo, for example, he's W Mats.
Yeah.
Everyone's like working hard, bro. So
Yeah, bro. The
yeah, everyone's at
goals.
different places, but ultimately, yeah, if it's true. Like, I always heard it from like one of the selling points from communities where it's like-minded individuals, but there is a lot of truth to that like selling point.
There is for sure. I mean, it's a big part, bro. Like obviously, when you see people in the same boat, and I remember we had this conversation. I'm glad I'm bringing this up. You were like, bro, like I just want to be making money already. Like it's kind of annoying me. I remember you saying that. And I was like, give it time, you'll see. And then I brought it up the other day when you were already cashing out. Obviously, I was just like, look at that, right? Because people don't can't stick to something for too long, bro. And
No, trust me, bro. I've been there, done that. You will go through this process. If you enter this online money space, you'll go through the process of like it's standard. It's very standard of just hopping from different like, business model to business model. And it's like, well, my conclusion was I need a skill, right? So sales, I'm saying, that's why we're here.
yeah, what would you say was your favorite thing about the program? Because you're obviously seeing live. There's a lot of stuff being added. The setter marketplace, like the SDR
Ooh,
setting module. There's a lot of shit, dude.
there's a lot, yeah. I'd probably say I'm looking most forward to that then because you kind of already had a set of market base, just you on that like your own kind of like knowledge of people that you know, like August, for example, and Alpha. Um, so if that was like the beta version, then I'm looking forward to see what the main release of that is.
Yeah, it's really cool. I'm about to put people on free game if they use it, but everybody knows Hermosies. Who else do you know? Who else do you know that benefit from this program? But obviously, I use it with the students too to get some more people in if I can. But it's also a matter of I hit up growth Alberters. I'm like, hey, do you want access to the setter marketplace I'm launching? They're like, yeah. And I'm like, cool. Well, who else do you know that would want it? And they're like, oh, this guy, this guy. And I'm like, cool. And then I hit them up and I'm like, hey, do you want access to the setter marketplace? Yeah. Well, who else do you know? And then obviously, I've been doing that and I'm getting access to a lot more growth outputters. And because of that, I told Angelo too. there will be hundreds of eyes on this, if not thousands. And when you have that many people looking at you, you can't become complacent. Because when you have that many people looking at you and constantly offering you opportunities because of my network that I'm giving you guys entirely, you will not fail. Or you will not become complacent and just stick to one thing. There's way too many opportunities. I mentioned this dude here and there, but started setting January 2023, right? Scaled from setting into from guy with no experience, started copywriting, got into setting January 2023 for an offer, still with that offer today, but setting into I believe setting management. Then became the COO. Company does 100K a month. You can guess how much he makes. Makes a lot of money, but that's because A, he was able to stick to a good team and he could see the growth opportunity, but because he was able to build a good skill set, but also because he didn't become complacent, just stick to like, oh, I'm making good money with setting. I think he was making 5, 6, 7, 8K a month with setting. That's cool, sure, but like you need to look at the bigger picture. And when you have those opportunities constantly looking in or being given to you, and people hitting you up saying, "Hey, do you want this?" That's going to be a game changer. Now, I don't make promises, but I can't make promises about that. But that's how I perceive it, and that's what it will be, in my opinion. Now,
Sure.
things could change. Things are subjective to change, but you know, it depends. But you know me, right? Everything I've done has been fucking amazing so far. So
Of course, bro.
that's unscripted, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, how long have we been going for?
I have no idea.
It just feels like I don't know.
2 days.
Yeah, it feels like 2 days, bro. So hopefully, someone's sat and watched this for 2 days.
Yeah, they're ready to make money, man. I just had someone hit me up as well and said, "Hey, I just had a question about setters and closers." So just like that, more people that I can add to the marketplace, right? And this is what most of you guys don't see. Do you know what I've also noticed? A lot of programs don't have structure, but I feel like my one has quite a lot more structure. I don't know if that's to do with the fact that I spent over 25K on mentorships and I was able to bring that in, but there's like it's kind of like a lot to it in that sense. Like there's modules and stuff, and that's cool, but that's obviously so I don't need to repeat myself. But besides that, there is a lot of structure I've noticed in systems, and maybe it's weird for me to say, but obviously over time, when people end up joining and they end up looking at it, they're going to notice that, and I'm sure it'll be repeated.
Sure.
Anyway, so what is next for you? What is the plan? This is a
Well,
big question because we talk a lot about
it's,
this.
it's a very big question, but I guess I wouldn't want to give away too much.
For
But
sure.
in the near future, I'd say, well, I definitely want to get into growth operating. Um, I was trying to do that out earlier in the year. And so this was my way of breaking back into the space by building out my knowledge of like a key aspect of growth operators business is the sales process. So
You took the best
I,
approach anyone could who wanted to get into it.
yeah, yeah. And so, I mean, literally from cold outreaching for a set role, I found someone that's, like I would say, pretty much been mentoring me for free with growth operating. I'm willing to, as we say. And so, yeah, that's kind of the goal. I mean, obviously, I'm taking a gap here, right? And so, ideally, I don't want to be going to university next year, this time next year. So, as long as we hit a certain income goal, we might be, off of that. So, I think because obviously, ultimately speaking, setting is limited in its income bracket. Like
For
simply
sure.
because of what you're doing is not supremely high leverage. Like that's just how it is because you're setting right. And that's not to disregard doing it at all because if you're a total beginner, it's the perfect thing to do because it's a skill that is very fundamental. You need to learn scales in online business and just business in general, life in general, as I say. Being able to communicate is a very crucial thing. And yeah, so you can move on from setting into closing or setting management, like I was saying. And yeah, for me, my main goal is to move into growth operating because I tried it earlier in the year and flopped, but we're going to come back stronger.
Yeah. I mean, what I have in the ranks for you is obviously I'm still going to be a part of that for sure. At least I hope so, because obviously I know some stuff that I could definitely use, especially with setting management stuff and all that
Hey,
shit.
bro, listen, I tell you, as soon as I've got a few clients going, I'm going to need sets. So,
Gonna
I
plug
know
it.
who I'm going to be hitting up for those.
Send them this video, bro. Send them this video. But what was I gonna say? I told you and some of the other guys once you hit that 10K per month mark consistently. Honestly, it doesn't matter. But I'll send you that first watch. So I will give you guys a watch, which will be cool. I definitely want to build in a reward system too, where it's like the best performer of the month gets this, and the second best gets that, gets that. You know, that will be very cool. And we're obviously not in a position to do that right now because it's early days and there's like two of you fuckers. Obviously not two, but there's not that many of you guys in here. But
Yeah,
when we get to the point where there's a lot more, it's going to be very cool. The
for
one thing
sure.
that breaks my heart is that, like, obviously you guys get to 3, 4, 5K per month, you know, and that's like then you want to scale onto something else, which I'm all fucking for it. But it's like, what do I flex now? You know, like what do I put out on my story? But it's part of the journey, and
I'd say it's almost just like a teacher, like it's like school, for example. Like you get someone to start what so they you like what you're doing is a very crucial thing. Like
A to
you are
B.
changing lives, like you said you were doing. It's just you're at a different part of the process. Like it's just different niche saying that you've got an expertise in. That's just how it is. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't say that's a bad thing, or like saying that you should be annoyed about the fact that people are going to want to do something else beyond them because ultimately you've got them to that position,
Yeah,
right? You've got them to a position where they can go even further.
A to B, man. A to B. It's all it is. Now, for anyone who's been, you know, watching this for a while, maybe they're on edge about joining. What would you say? Just do it, man. I made this exact same joke on the last fucking interview. Fuck's sake.
Well, I'd ask the question I'd ask myself: have you received enough free value that you think that you're genuinely intrigued to see what the pay value is
Well,
like?
I don't
Like
give that much
you
free
have,
value, do I?
huh?
I don't give that much free value, do I?
Well, that's up to the viewer to decide.
Very true. Very true.
But that's what I'd ask you: is do you feel that you've benefited a lot from the free value that's out there to the point where you'd want to pay for what his, personal paid information and expertise and knowledge would be?
Where can they find this free value?
Instagram, SoundCloud, Twitter, even
Yeah.
post.
No, I'll definitely be pushing the YouTube more often now, so they'll see a lot of shit on that.
Sure.
Speaking of YouTube, we can wrap this up because this has been a very long 40 minutes or whatever, 50. Do you wanna talk about, you know, maybe your YouTube or your Instagram or your Twitter? Maybe you don't want to pitch your Instagram. I'm not sure. What do you want to?
Yeah, I mean,
You can plug everything, bro. I'm cropping this bit out, by the
I
way.
guess might drop it in the bio as well of your video. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, for sure. I'm cropping it out
Yeah,
though.
so it'll be there. I mean, I'm just pretty much what I'm doing is I'm documenting my process in this online space, and that's pretty much all I'm doing. When I get to like 100K followers, I'll start a course and then leave.
Yeah, guys,
No, I'm
don't
joking.
buy this program. Buy
I'm
mine.
joking. No, if you look at my channel, you can really see a genuine journey of what I've been doing. I started doing it a year ago. Like literally, my first video was almost like a year and a week ago. And yeah, go check me out there on Twitter or X, Sebstone X, and Instagram as well, Seb O Stone. That's the name of the YouTube as well, Seb O Stone.
Where do you think you would have been if you never took that leap of joining? You're muted. You're muted. You're muted. Oh,
Oh,
sorry, sorry.
did you hear what I said?
No, you're
Did you hear what I
muted.
said? The growth of was calling me, bro. He's excited. He's excited that he's been baby, bro. And I've booked him like 5 calls like in the past like 4 hours. So,
Yeah, that's
um,
crazy. 5 calls, 4 hours.
um,
Best headers in the game. You heard it here, guys.
yes, sir, bro. Yes, sir. So, what was I gonna say? Biggest leap, or where would I be if I didn't take the leap? Probably on the shit offer, to be honest. I'd probably say I'm confident that I would get on an offer, but probably a shit one. My setting probably wouldn't be as refined. It's
1.2k in
like,
9 days.
oh no, no, no,
I'll
definitely
fuck
not,
with you.
definitely not.
Shit, might as well
Like,
sell me, rip it down.
yeah.
I'll fuck with you. You heard it here first, guys. This changed his life. No, I'll fuck with you. It definitely
No,
fast tracked.
bro,
I will say that.
that's the whole point of this shit. Is I mean, at least I'm mistaken myself. I could probably go into this position that I got to, for sure, but it would have taken me longer, right? And so that's the whole point of, you want to pay for someone's knowledge and the mistakes that they've learned so that you can fast track that progress. Because
Yeah,
ultimately, that's the whole point of sharing wisdom is so that you don't have to go through the same mistakes that someone else has gone through.
agreed. There's also a lot
So,
more resources than just that, right? Like I talk a lot about scaling, but
mm,
I think the next time we see a YouTube video together is when I either fly you out or I fly up to London. We do an in-person interview.
Hey, you're close as well. It's not even like it's like far.
Exactly,
Like
bro.
it's real close.
Come to New York with me.
Hey. Hey.
Oh shit! Get him to pay you through WAP.
What, you didn't have what?
Yeah.
Surely that's the back of a Ponzi scheme, bro.
Bro, set up 10 accounts. They ask for your passport number and stuff, so it's kind of like scary, but
Oh, this is actually for real then.
yeah, I think so. They asked me when I want to get flown out to. What Wednesday?
That's so, bro. I would so be down to that.
Bro,
So be down.
time it at the same time as me. Hold on.
Wait, how does it work? I'm confused. How does it work?
Well, I have like the blur on, but it's like trip to New York City. Congrats, you reached the.
Cool.
What?
Let's do what?
Yeah. Congratulations. This is probably trippy as fuck to see, but hold on.
Let's do it, bro.
Yeah, one second.
Wait, I can't fully see it. Oh shit.
It's just us, just chilling. I just fucking around. Okay. Anyway, that is the interview. Obviously, you've pitched your YouTube. I'll plug that in. Sebastian. You want to say your second name? Do you care?
My second name?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, say it, bro.
Sebastian Stone. You guys will hear of him soon if you haven't already.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was very good talking to you. I appreciate your time, man. You could have made money. You could have just told me, you know. Now the fucking future students are gonna do this, bro. Watch. Fuck all you guys. I'm not paying you shit. Anyway, it's good seeing you, man. And it's as if we weren't on a call like 2 hours ago, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe and smash the like button and leave notifications on.